We'll do it. I look like this.
And that's how you look. All right. What up, guys? We are live. My boy Nell is in the house already. Holy shit. He gets
Hi, Dale.
he wins a free sticker or something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, just so you guys know, this is my hot mama from West Virginia. And she actually kind of brought up this topic. I talked to her about her. She has a new Twitch channel. Go ahead and tell them about your Twitch channel while we're here.
Well, my Twitch channel is still in the process of being made. Well, it's actually made. I went live and made a fool of myself on Fortnite. It went great. My friends came in. They were like, oh, like they jumped into my stream and I wasn't expecting it. It was really funny. But I'm going to be streaming just some gameplay, just fun things, fun ways to play games. I just want to be a normal person playing games because I want to show how accessible games are and what we can do with games and kind of help parents like figure out games because I swear they can really help. They can help your life. They can help your kids.
That's what I want to I want to start off by talking about how I and you have both talked about finding a way to bond with your kids through gaming and getting to know them and their personality and their quirks and their little backhanded sayings that you don't know what the hell it means. I find that to be interesting where I was during COVID, I couldn't see my kids and my girlfriend for 6 weeks. I was treating COVID patients in their homes. So I had to be quarantined at home and I couldn't see them. So I would text them, say, hey, anybody want to play Fortnite? Jump on there, get my ass kicked, call the night. But we would talk shit the whole time. You know, my kids are older teens back then. They're college and high school kids. Literally talk shit. But then, and my girlfriend, we would just FaceTime and watch a show, usually The Office, But online gaming was a way for me to kind of, have a different avenue of just FaceTiming with them. That's kind of boring, So yeah, that's kind of how I've used it. So how have you used it with your kids?
Well, I would like to say to that point, what you were speaking on is that is very common and lovely to be able to game with somebody that you miss, to be able to, it's like solving a puzzle together, and that's a way to bond. And I love that. I love how you used that because that's how my children bond with their cousins over, like they're in Virginia and they get online and play with them all the time. So then when they see them, no big deal. I have used games. I used them a lot for teaching and I still do. And I like to do it in a way that's kind of not, they don't really realize that I'm teaching. I was like, oh, look, Lane, we can make a graph of the fish and what season they're in. Whenever you look on Animal Crossing, it tells you what seasons the fish are in. So we could make a graph of the fish. I mean, yeah, it's not super hard. All the information is there. It was a whole lesson. I just really got to see over, the time when I was homeschooling because of COVID, that I was not going to be the kind of parent that was doing those worksheets with them, that was doing the whole like freaking out with all the internet and all the different, I have 2 kids in 2 grades. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it my way. And I want to do it fun. And I want to have fun too. And I want to learn, man.
Yeah, that's the hard part of the online schooling is, especially if you're Gen X like myself, where you learned this way and then there's a whole new world of learning going on. You're like, you want to do what? What's this lettuce shit? Lettuce for math. We have to put the graphs like crisscross. So you put the numbers here and you crisscross and you add them up here. I'm like, what the fuck? So that's not good. But they are learning a different methods now. My buddy Nell here, he says his son always says dog water and sheesh all the time.
Oh, shit, I forgot to look at these things.
Oh, can you see them?
I was looking at the things.
Okay, comments. You can see them. You can see them good. He says 1 HP, 1 HP. I don't know what that even means. What's that? I have no idea what that even means. And of
One
course,
health point, one health point.
okay, health points. There you go. Yeah, I have a PlayStation 4, and I've had it, this TV here, but I haven't touched it well since COVID. Since I had that quarantine, I only played like a couple times, but yeah, and it's I just don't play. I don't have time, man. I'm just too busy doing this shit and work.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. My son won't learn through traditional methods. We have to find games to teach him.
Well, I would love to tell you some ways and tricks and whatever.
Mhm.
I don't really have to, but like, do you realize how much math and reading that there are in video games? I mean, I would sit there and I'd be like, okay, add these things up, Lane, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that good at math. Okay, maybe a stereotype, whatever, but I'm not good at it. I
Yeah.
was a journalist, you know what, whatever. And so I would be like, Lane, add these up for me. There's some quick addition. And
Mhm.
I would have him read aloud and he would have to use the punctuation. Oh, he's here right now. Give me the dog. Thank you very much. Now go away. Thank
Oh,
you.
the puppy.
Sorry. So,
Amy says, "Preach, girl." But there is games will increase. I think is almost like music and stuff like that. It's an art that it triggers different things in your mind to make you coordinate hand-eye movements, timing, trajectory, math, comprehension, strategy,
yes,
trickery.
these are
You know?
all, they are mental puzzles that you are solving. And depending on what lesson you want to teach, there's a game for it. Like I was trying to think, I used a lot of Animal Crossing to do basically I used Animal Crossing to teach about life with budgeting. We played Sims, and so we do a lot of budgeting with that. Of course,
Mhm.
obviously, we use Rosebud because I'm not trying to be broke in my Sims game too, you know.
I
But
have no
like,
idea what rosebud is. I have no idea what that means.
it's a cheat. It's a cheat to like give you more money, so then you're not actually having to play like you're actually broke because that makes it sad and whatever.
I felt.
Um, that for me, but
Yeah.
Layla got to do some building on Sims. Like we're buying a house right now, so she's actually taken her room, looked at the room, and then mapped it out and made it a Sims room. That is some sort of engineering, I'm sure, right?
Well,
I
yeah.
mean,
Well, like you think about it, it's like a blueprinting.
yeah, she literally did like, oh, okay, this is how this is. This is the closet. And I got to see her do that. And I was like, I'm so proud of you because that's really neat. And that's something you can do. That's a skill.
Yeah, you don't learn that shit in the classroom
Hell no.
remotely. Like, and plus, it's what they want to do is what quickest way to get them to learn anything about that. Like, okay, well, how many square feet is that room? And be like, well, how many square feet is your room? Is it the same square footage? And they don't even know you're talking about math.
Yeah.
Like, well, the diameter is this, and the radius, but what's the perimeter? Length times width. Like, what's that? But you got to subtract your closet because that takes up space, and you can all this little bitty math things you can do. It's one of those things where, especially something like that, is so many. What's a life lesson too?
Yeah.
Let's be real. When it comes down to bed, is that a big bedroom? Is that a small bedroom? Like
Yeah.
this bedroom's 6 by 8. That's a cell. That's not a bedroom.
This is a closet, ma'am. uh, yeah, like we've gotten to do stuff like that with we do fighting games. So we play Apex and the kids play Fortnite, and I accidentally played Fortnite that one time and it was miserable.
Yeah.
But Apex has been really good for me because it was my first person shooter that I've ever played. My son taught me how to play it. I'd never played that kind of game with the controller. And because I'd always get confused about the head turning and the movement. And my son taught me how to play that. And now we all play on a team together. And whenever you're playing on a team, you have to learn how to communicate with your teammate. You have to plan. These are all very important things that,
Listen.
yeah.
Listen. Like you gotta. That's that is a difficult skill, is knowing to shut up and listen. It's in your best interest to
Hmm.
listen and to default to someone that knows what they're doing. Pecking orders. It really is. I mean, you look at all these games where they really do mimic some life stuff, and not like Grand Theft Auto. That's not real, but well, there is some stuff about, except for going to the hospital, you come out with more money. You actually go broke in the U.S. system if you go to jail. They should
Yeah.
have bankruptcy court in that game and make it a little more realistic. But yeah, there's a lot of these games that are also like, okay, my favorite game of all time is called All of Us. Or wait,
Okay.
Last of Us. I'm sorry, Last of Us.
Okay.
It is the best like story mode gameplay that's my favorite game ever, period. It's like a zombie apocalypse, but it's got a story to it, like an actual tearjerker story. Like it gets you hooked, man.
I'm I'm trying to. Greg's right here, and I'm wondering if he's played it.
No. It's more of a mature.
Greg said he has, and it's excellent. Sorry, I was like,
Oh, your husband?
oh, yeah.
Your
He's like,
husband?
Yeah, I cried like 5 times playing it.
Yeah, it's a legit like storyline, and it's such a good game. And the gameplay is really challenging, and it's very strategic when it comes to these certain zombies or whatever they call them, have different abilities or lack thereof. Some are blind, some aren't. Some are triggered by movement, rapid movements. All these different things about cover, line of sight, noise, and like throwing a bottle or a brick over there to make them look over there, and you can scurry
yeah.
and being stealthy. But the story mode is really, really something special. Serpent says, boys, pick up a PSVR and check out Moss. It will blow your mind. Oh, do you do virtual reality stuff like Oculus or anything?
Well, sorry, I had to like wipe my nose because I'm a disgusting human. I'm sorry, everybody. My son just got an Oculus for his birthday yesterday from his dad, and I have not played with it yet because, it's at his dad's house. So,
Okay.
and he was like, "Oh, you can come play with it." I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah, I'll be right over." But then I was kind of sick, so I'm feeling better now, and I'm gonna definitely go over there and play. I think this week because it seems pretty neat. But I'm also afraid I'm gonna hurt myself.
Yeah, you can fall down and shit.
I am not very coordinated. I'm very clumsy. We just got a rancher because I fall downstairs so much that it's
Oh.
so bad. Yeah. Well, that's from my
Yeah.
neurological issues from the stroke. So.
Oh, okay. I was like, rancher, you don't need that, really, do you? But
Yeah, because when you're, this age and, disabled, you fall a lot.
yeah,
So.
it'll get you. But
It'll
I've
get you.
never, yeah, I've never played any VR stuff or the Oculus or nothing like that yet. But I really want to. But I rarely play it.
Yeah.
And Carnage says Oculus can be scary, but it's also really fun.
Oh my God. So I was watching this show and it was something, it was called Evil. And there was a little side part in the story where I guess a ghost haunted the VR, comes into the VR and starts haunting them in the VR thing. And I was like, oh my God, what if the kids get haunted from the VR? And Greg was like, this is a show. And I was like, well, it's a genuine concern.
Well, Emmy here says she fell down hella times when she tried VR.
That's what I'm saying. I'm kind of scared about it. Because I'm not, that's one of the things, I'm not able to do normal movements all the time, So, but I think it would be really neat. I'd really like to do, what I like to do is the ring fit, because I can't go out running anymore by myself because that's a danger. So I like to take the ring fit and then run, and then you can see the outside. So that's what I'd be kind of wanting to do with the VR, is to make it feel like I could do things that I couldn't used to do.
Yeah. Servant said he's proud to say he'd never been disoriented, falling down playing the VR yet.
Well,
say
props
yes.
to you, dude, and keep going with it.
Carnage says Beat Saber still her favorite. Learning timing, music counting, coordination. Also love old school Tetris and VR. Now, I was a Tetris freak. I loved Tetris when that first came out, man.
Yeah. Oh, Beat Saber. I know that the kids are playing that right now and they love it. So I will have to try Beat Saber. Am I going to fall and hurt myself though? Can anybody tell me this?
What is Beat Saber?
That's what the escape rooms are very challenging also. Oh man.
Oh, they have escape rooms.
I'm scared of that. No, thank you. I'm scared. No. I'm a big wiener. I'm not trying to get scared in a VR set.
Yeah. I think that's something I like to do though, just because I do like those disorienting things. That disorients my balance, that triggers some different kind of physiological responses. I'd like the challenge of not falling down.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Do it in front of my mattress or something. Maybe I can just literally jump off a thing on purpose. But yeah, I like seeing those videos. But I wonder if they'll ever, like, the next phase is interactive VR. So I know I saw some like chest things you wear, like a harness you wear around your chest, and you can feel percussions and vibrations. And if there's like a fighting game, you feel a kick in your chest, in your sides. You can wear a helmet, you feel the thump. Like it kind of gives you a little bit of a nudge, like zzz, zzz,
Oh my God.
like for fighting games.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to feel like I got punched though.
Well, it's kind of like the whole school laser tag. You feel the vibration you've been hit type of thing. It's not like it's blasting you, but
yeah, it's gonna blast me. God, I need to do it in an empty room. I'm gonna have to get a house with an empty room then.
Well,
I need to get it like.
Yeah, isn't that fun? Yeah, hepatic. I think it's HEP, hepatic feedback.
Haptic.
Yeah, hepatic is like the vibration.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm drinking from my daddy.
Haptic. Okay, I thought it was hepatic. What the hell do I know?
Because I remember we have a PS4, and then we have the Switch, and we have the Xbox, whatever one it is, and then we have the Xbox Series X. Yeah, we're a gamer family. I mean, I seriously decided to full blown go through with it because that's something I wanted to mention in this, the stream is how amazing it's been as somebody who is disabled or it feels weird to even say that because I'm not, it's like a chronic illness. Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't know that I had a stroke before, but what are you going to do? And, but how much it really has given me back my life because I used to be so lonely because I couldn't go outside and do the fun things that I used to do anymore. I can't go and run a 5K health. It's very dangerous for me because if I overheat, these things really changed my life, and it changed how I parented. So I really think that gaming changed my life in that way. And when it comes to putting the stuff away, I saw that in the chat, for how I get them to put it away is I just take it from them. I mean, I'm just like, well, it's time for you to go to bed. Night.
Snatch.
And they can be bored and go to sleep. But I mean, it's really more of a family activity, gaming is for us. And I like it that way because it's not just, little Timmy here is playing the game system again. It's, we're all playing this thing and it's super fun. And I get to know my kids more.
And this is a pretty good point too. The Xbox has parental controls to make it easier for quitting times.
Yep. And I mean, these are things that are just, it's important. And I like to see parents taking an interest in gaming because a lot of what we're seeing in culture, gamer culture does influence the mainstream culture, and I want to see a positive gamer culture. I want to see it being accessible. I want to see women being welcomed into gaming. And if we're not being the ones that cultivate that and teach our children how to act on the internet, then,
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good point to make too about women being verbally abused by these little fucking assholes.
Yeah,
These
it's
little turd children or young adults or even old fuckers like me. Who knows? I would hope not, but it's usually, that's the thing too about parenting is like we can't protect them from misogyny, bigotry, racism, all of it. It's unfortunate we can't. So, and I gotta say, man, if you're from a small town with no one around, you can get a real world dose of the real fucking world real quick. When you
yeah,
have that type of experience where someone talks shit, you got to learn how to navigate those emotions and
yeah.
like, okay, do I give this person energy or do I not? Well, here's Ron. Looks like
Oh,
he's trying to join us here in a second.
Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm
There he
late.
is. Yeah, no problem, Ron.
I just waved at him.
He can see you.
Oh, okay. Now I'm even weirder. Okay, whatever. Everybody
good.
can see me. Why am I like this?
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. But yeah, we were just talking about how the game systems fuck, I just lost my train of thought. What was
You
it?
better go catch it.
Man, I need to hit.
We were talking about like the gamer culture
Oh, the
and
culture.
yeah,
So
and
we were
like
saying that living in a small town where you're not exposed to bigots, misogyny, and racism, it's like a double-edged sword where you get a chance to navigate that world of language and bullying and learn how to self-regulate your own emotions too, where
Mhm.
especially if you're an only child or something where you don't get that kind of interaction where an older sister, brother, whatever, pick on you, talk shit, and
Mhm.
you get that dose almost.
I'm an only child. That's why I did that.
Oh, raise the roof.
Raise the roof. I was
Hey.
a gamer because I had no siblings.
Hey,
But,
there you go.
yeah, I mean, but that's right. And Serpent said something like, when it comes to other people in the chats and things like that, I don't let my kids on, in audio
Mhm.
for games and stuff because they're still too young.
Yeah.
Unless we're playing with them, and then
Agreed.
but we let them go in, and if they hear or if they hear swearing or something when they're in a game for like a big game or something, I'm not concerned about swears because I swear a lot around my kids, and I've taught them that these are adult words. Whenever you get to pay bills, you get to say them, but you don't pay no bills, so you don't say them.
Good
And
luck.
that seems to work for us.
There you go.
Going to bed.
But slurs are not allowed at all. If there's a slur, you're out because that's completely different. So we have a rule that swears okay and slurs no. And if you hear a slur, you leave that world, you leave that room, whatever.
Well, I think you and Ron have kids that are similar age. I think Mahat, yours is pre-teen, right? Both of your kids?
Well, I mean they're not teens. They're Lane just turned 8 and Layla is gonna be 10. So
8 and 10.
Okay.
And Ron, what are your ages?
My oldest is 14. My daughter is 9, and baby boy is 6.
Yes, you got the whole
Okay.
gamut, man. You got the whole gamut.
Yeah.
And do you play with them or?
Yes. A lot of times we end up playing Fortnite when it was still big. I hate the concept. I do. But and I know they tried to get me to play Minecraft. I'm like, that's one game I cannot do. No. Minecraft, no. Now, Call of Duty, that's the one where we get a lot of the racial slurs,
Oh yeah.
the cuss words. My kids know I don't cuss around them whatsoever unless I'm like absolutely angry. And if I'm at that point, somebody's head is rolling. Like with no question. Somebody's head. Minecraft is, hey, that's my opinion, man. That's me. I tried, okay? I tried. It's not me. I'll put it to like this. Minecraft is not me.
It's an
Minecraft is
acquired
not me.
taste.
Yeah,
all the
it's
things
very
you can do.
pixely. it's not my taste because that's like the epitome of what we didn't want to have. Because like it started with pixels, so
Yeah.
like I don't want to go back to looking at like pixels, man. I want to look at like shit
static
where I'm
image,
like, is this real? Like,
static images and shit. Yeah, I'm not into
Yeah.
I
it.
hear you.
Um,
I hear you. I grew up
but yes,
playing
hold
Mario.
on. Do you have any challenges with like controlling the content your kids like do you have like kill times? Like,
Yeah.
okay, that's it. This is your limit. And do you have to like remind them or tell them, hey, it's 10 o'clock
Oh
or
no.
whatever it is? Like they know the deal.
Oh no. I'll put it to you like this. The one thing I like about Xfinity is I can mess around and put certain kill times on each child. So that way, if they go over or if they hit that threshold, it's game over.
does it zap them? No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't do
I
that.
wish it could. I wish
I know.
it could.
I'm like, oh, okay, we're getting
That'd
into
be
the
awesome.
haptic shit. Why don't you put that vest on them and then it'll shock them? Let's
I'm
do
just
that.
saying.
No, just kidding.
I'm saying that'll solve a lot of issues, but unfortunately, no. Because then again, I could turn into child abuse real quick, and
I know. I'm just kidding. Oh God. I knocked my mic off because I was laughing. Oh no.
Snorting,
fine.
actually.
And I snorted. I'm an embarrassment to everybody. I'm so sorry, boys. I ruined your stream.
Oh,
no,
Jesus.
I think if you snort while you're laughing, that means you had a good hearty laugh. You need to get some
That means-
extra oxygen.
Oh, I did.
It
I
wasn't
did.
fake. Right there, kid.
Yes.
Now I'm just fighting
Well,
with this
I'm
mic.
taking a rice.
No, you're fine. And again, like I said, once I especially when school's in session, they know they have a curfew, and even then, I still put that lock on, and it's just like it helps. It helps to make sense, you know. Other than that, if I'm not super busy with anything, typically I try to join in a couple of the matches just to kind of see what's going on, and even then, like my daughter, she plays Roblox a lot, and she asked me about a word or a term that was used, and she's like, "Is that racist?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah."
Oh, yeah. There's
Yeah.
some.
I
life teaching moments.
honestly. Oh, go ahead, boys. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
saying those are some real life teaching moments, unfortunately.
Yeah, like I like that I've been able to explain what a word means, why it's bad, and why we don't say it because it's disrespectful and it's rude and it hurts somebody. And I'm very much about
Mhm.
what we say is intentional, and you never do something with the intent to hurt or
Mhm.
like that would be very, very disappointing to me if you did
Agreed.
something to hurt someone. So they know that, and I like that I've been able to explain it to them.
So
Oh, yeah.
Mel says it's dog water. Please explain
Yes.
dog water.
Dog water.
Is that like garbage?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
another type of garbage. Like I have dogs, and so I know what, especially when they get done eating and they go in their dog bowl, it's just gross.
That's gross.
Yeah,
Dog
it's just
water.
gross. So henceforth, the term dog water.
When I was in the military, so you're talking in the late 90s, I would I would, I was a shithead. Let's be real. A real
Yeah.
shithead. I thought I was fun all day, every day. And someone would say something, I don't know how to put this without being a fucking asshole.
Oh, it's fine. I've said a lot of horrible shit.
Yeah. It just sucks that I've said things that really are fucking hurtful, but
Oh,
yeah, just straight up hurtful, man.
but
Like,
you've learned a lesson.
like if I was talking to a girl or something, she'd come up and talk to me and her breath was like ass. And I'd be like, oh, hot dog flavored water coming here. Don't avoid that one. That's hot dog flavored water right there, brother. You don't, she's got a bite to her or something, be bad breath or something. Like I always talk shit, And if
That's
I said
worse.
hot dog flavored water, that'll make you gag. Like that's bad.
No, hot dog flavored water is just a Fred Durst album. Why? I mean,
Well, that's a song. Yeah.
when you say it, and I'm like, yeah, I like Limp Bizkit. What's up?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Yeah, in the early 20s, man, I was an asshole. Not an asshole, just not aware of how hurtful my words were to people. Let's be honest. Like I used to do stand-up comedy, and all jokes come at someone's expense.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And I can't repeat those jokes no more. That's for damn sure.
That's the thing about like cultures that, you know, we grow, culture grows, and that's what I want to see happen in gamer culture is it be more inclusive and like what.
Absolutely.
Yes, dude. And Carnage, I wanted to talk about this because I think it's really important for a second, is the fact that we could be doing esports in schools and it could be really
They
good.
are.
Yeah, I want to see more of this. I want to see it in Appalachia. Here, where I am, people like to live through their kids. You know, it's like that whole jam where like your kid's going to be a football player, you know, and you didn't make the team, but by God, your son is, and whatever. And my son is, you know, I've had an aneurysm. He is at risk because there's just multiple reasons. So I don't really want him to play football, you know? Does that mean that I don't want him to learn like teamwork and sports and stuff like that? No. It just means I don't want him to, you know, accidentally get hurt and it be life-changing. And esports is wonderful because I think of it like if I would have had that whenever I was in school, I would have been in esports because I was always sick. And how much that would have meant to me then, you know, to have sick children and children that are not, you know, capable of doing sports for whatever reason, but they could still be involved. I think it's important.
Oh yeah, agreed. Definitely agreed. I think it would be a really good alternative to high school. Okay, cool. That's cool too. But even then, like,
if your school doesn't have it and you want it, go get it. Right. So this website right here is how you get affiliated with their let me bring this back up. There is, where's it go? 3,400 schools, 140,000 student athletes in this high school esports league. And so you can get, and these are sponsored.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're wonderful. I think that, I don't know if wherever the heck I am, Huntington High, if they have it, but I'd like to see it being implemented earlier. I mean, I have a friend that teaches 5th grade, and he got a Switch for his classroom, and he teaches with his Switch. And, you know, I'm really excited to actually look over his lesson plans because we're working on a project. And I mean, I think that's a beautiful thing, is to be using these technologies, you know, to learn, like to teach and to learn. And so Carnage, yeah, like that's what I'm talking about right there. That's my jam.
Right.
So you're in West Virginia, right? So I'm trying to look over here. So they have a map. Just go check out the website, guys. It shows a map of every school that offers esports in a league. Again, 1,400 schools or 34. Was it 34? Hold on. Let me go back. Shit.
Are there any schools on there?
Yeah, there's a couple in Michigan. But the thing is, we as the parents can decide. You go here and you can actually apply to join the league, and you can be the coach. Like, help set this shit up, man. Take initiative. I've coached sports since the kids are 5, man. If my kids were little, I'd be all over this shit because it's inclusive, man. Because there's some kids that I coached that had physical disabilities, and we still try to help them. Like a kid played football, but he had a colostomy bag. So I was like, shit, man, I can't tackle or be tackled. Like, how do I? So we tried our best to do drills with him off to the side a little bit, but still put him in and said, listen, guys, his right side's where his ostomy, you cannot touch it. And so little things like that. Now this, he could play football, Madden or some shit, right? And it lists all the games. Where'd it go? They list all the games that they play. Where'd it go? So see all games. But it's a list of all the games they offer to play, all the way down to Minecraft and shit. But even the more higher level stuff.
I love to do I do like the battle royales because they teach children how to like play as a team in that way.
Right.
Or Rocket League. Oh my God. Do you guys know what Rocket League is? Please say
Yes.
that somebody. Yes. Rocket
Yes.
League. It is so
Yes.
much fun. It's playing soccer with cars, man. But it's so much fun.
Yes. My
And
son, he's into it. My oldest son, he's into that. And he got me into it. And it was me, him, and I call him my nephew.
oh,
That's
Not
pretty cool.
biological, but we all play together, and we had a blast. We had a blast.
I love that game. It is so much fun. And that was one of the first games that I started playing with Lane on a team. It was Greg, which is my husband, and Lane and me, and we would play that with him before he was able to do Apex and stuff. And
Wait.
it
Look
was
at this, Mahat. Look at this comment.
Rocket League. No, you need to see my car. I will actually have to show you my car because it's the biggest. Like, I don't. Now I feel bad if like somebody's son isn't here, but like I wanted my car to have like the biggest dick energy ever, so I made it this obnoxious truck, and it's like
Did
it's
you put a MAGA flag on the back of it too?
what?
You put a MAGA flag on it too?
Oh yeah, you know.
There you go.
Put some
There
of
you
those
go.
those dingle balls on
Oh,
the hitch. Yeah, all that. They're
that's
brown
good.
balls too. Don't even
Oh,
worry
there
about
you
it.
go. Oh,
I'm
shit.
gonna get canceled again.
But I
Oh,
think,
wow.
but I think that you mentioned also, Mahat, it helps, like gaming help you get through your doctor's appointments and stuff with the Switch and stuff, where you that's a great coping mechanism to get through these stressful times and these anxiety-ridden appointments. And
Yeah,
it's
I
awesome.
mean,
I think it's a great thing.
when you're sick, and Ronald, I don't know if you know anyone who's sick or if you've dealt with sickness or if your children are sick, which God, I hope not. But when you're at all those doctor's appointments and you're even scheduling them, there's an emotional struggle with it because, I mean, you're worried. You're just worried about it. And so it's nice to be able to get lost in a game for a second. And go ahead, hon.
No, I was just saying it's like a welcome distraction,
Oh yeah, like being able to have my Switch or something and being like, oh cool, I'm going to play Animal Crossing and be a normal animal for a second. And like it's really nice. And really, whenever you get into the communities, a lot of them are welcoming. I'm very careful about the communities I join, obviously. But when I join them, I mean, most of them are super welcoming. I've got some people that really got my back now, and I'm really happy about it. I think that gaming should be for everybody, and that's what I want to see. So,
yes.
Check out Trev Thurs said he used to play Burnout Paradise with his ex-girlfriend, and she dumped him because he won too much. She's salty.
That might happen.
Yeah.
I know that I'm not as good as Greg. That's why I'm like, okay, it's fine. But I have been playing Dark Alliance, and I think I might be better than him on that. So
Ayo. Like my kids used to use me as their like measuring stick because I never take it easy on them with anything, sports in the real world or gaming. They could play Madden all day while I'm at work. Come home and say, okay, I think I beat you, Dad. All right. I say, here's the deal. You can pick the team I play with. They'd always pick like the shittiest team, like my Detroit Lions. Which is kind of offensive. They're my favorite team. I was like, I was gonna play the Lions anyway, punk. They're not that bad. Stafford's got an arm, bro. This is their defense sucks. I was like, yeah, but your offense is equally awful, and I can pick up your patterns, and I know what you're gonna play. 3rd and long, I know you go to this stupid play every time. It's a crossing pattern with Gronkowski. I'm gonna pick it off and run it for 6, and I would whoop their ass. It's not fair. I was like, you go 3rd and 15, you always go to Gronk on this fade. You can't keep going to the well, man. I was like, and I teach them like, if I see your 3rd and 15, and if you see me pick the free safety, I'm gonna jump the route. You see me pick it, you know what I'm looking for, man. You got to read me then. Yeah. I see your tendencies. I picked you off. Next time you see me bite, then that's the go route. That seam route's open. You can do a pump fake. I'm biting, and it's a home run. They're like, I was like, you got to think, like
It's
I coach
chess.
football, and I coach football and wrestling, and like, so I was at measuring stick. Now they kick my ass at pretty much everything because I haven't played, but even real sports. Like my youngest son is 6'2". Like he's a grown ass young man, and he still can't dunk on me though.
Oh, you got that.
Last time he tried, he slammed me dead in my face though, because I did block him. I went up and I caught him. I blocked the ball, but his hand. He went hard, and his hand came off the ball, and just my entire face.
Oh, no.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, I quit.
Paul.
My nose was dripping, boy. He busted my nose, my mouth pretty good. But he's like, I'm so sorry, Dad. I'm like, you still didn't dunk on me. I spit blood. I quit. I went back to the car like a dummy. My kids use me as like that measuring stick. If you beat me, you did something. Because I'm competitive. If we play checkers, I want to win.
Oh Lord.
Every time. I'm not taking it easy on nobody. And so that's something too. My kids have been like, oh, I beat Dad in Madden. God dang. Like it's one of those things you got to earn.
Yeah. I mean, and there's skill. It's a goal. I mean, there's so many good things about it. And like, I think that it's important to keep gaming, like, to keep children gaming too, because of all these jobs in tech. In Appalachia, we kind of have a tendency to not really be on, doing all the tech like everybody else is in the world. And I feel like we're very much hindering our children because they don't have, if they don't know how to use a computer, how are they going to work in the tech sector, which is where a lot of the jobs are,
Well, something else I want to mention about that esports league, you get STEM credits.
Ooh.
You can earn STEM credits.
I want to get some STEM credits.
Nice.
So there are, like you're saying, there's a lot of opportunities in the world, in the gaming world, where you can learn. Like someone's like, hey, I want to design. Cause I know somebody that there's some games you can modify them.
Yes.
Mods. So this one guy made a mod to some game. I have no idea what the hell it is, but he told me about it. I'm like, okay. And he came on a live stream and he explained, this is my mod, and this is what this big dude did, and he stole my entire thing and claimed it his own. He took him to court.
Good.
And says, no, because the guy got paid, man. And he pretty much stole his entire thing and changed like 2 lines and said, da-da-da.
And then he took him to court.
He showed me how much work that took into writing that code, that whole code to create a mod. And he said, I didn't want the money. I just wanted the credit for my work because I don't want to charge anybody. He made it free. And this guy would charge for his mods. You had to download it and pay like $10 a download or some shit. But there are some real skill sets that you pick up from either writing mods. You can learn how to code. You can learn how to set up a network. It could generate a lot of interest. Even like graphic design, like Nell on here. This is Nell. He's a graphic designer. Like you could get into that and go into graphic art or actually draw. Like another friend of mine in California, Ryan Otagawa. He's a professional like illustrator. So like, I'll show you guys something. Oh yeah. When I was in California, he let me stay at his house for a week.
Oh, I'm gonna drink my coffee.
And in Koreatown, got some kick-ass food. But he illustrated this entire book.
Oh, nice.
Like he drew
beautiful.
all that shit. And it just goes on and on. He drew all this stuff, guys. He
does comic books?
Yeah. And the lady that does what's her name? Where's it at? Barbara Randall Kiesel.
Yeah.
If you're in the DC comic world, you'll know her name because she helped like write and she created the like Superwoman, whatever comic. Like she's legit. So she hired Ryan to illustrate this book. He's giving me a signed copy from him, and I keep that bitch in bubble wrap because I think it's a valuable thing.
Yeah.
But that you can inspire more people like Ryan to get into that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and I love that. Oh wow, yes, UX design. Yep, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there is so much development needed in these things, and we need to be able to encourage our children to go where the jobs are, and give them the stability, like what's the word? I don't know. A word. I'm done. I'm done with that thought. Go ahead, boys.
Well, I also think that, like, my friend Mia, who helps me do my live streams on Sunday nights for our news, she has a son that's autistic and nonverbal.
Okay.
So he has to use like an iPad to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a real lane for games that are specific to autism. Certain
Definitely.
types of autism, be it word association, be it communication skills. Sometimes it is such a spectrum. It could be to noise. You can do some exposure therapy, like in a safe environment where they're not going to run across the street and get themselves hurt in an environment where, they got to wear headphones and face ridicule and all that kind of bullshit that goes along with it.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a real lane for that in the future of making games that are really specific to autism, to traumatic brain injuries, especially the VR stuff. That's something my girlfriend's a teacher. She does special needs. And so she does young adult, autistic, and physically and mentally disabled, where they just can't do specific tasks, whatever it is, right? And so during the online gaming, she did a beta program where they had VR sets and they could be exposed to an environment, because normally they take people out into the real, like take them to Walmart, take them to an ice cream place and have them pick out groceries or something to be a little more independent, from their parents. And she said that, and I thought, oh my God, that's the future. Is this could supplement and help keep kids safer and the public safer, especially during COVID. If the kids aren't appropriate with boundaries, with putting things in their mouth and touching, and keeping a mask on, this is another way of helping teach and bridge that gap between safety and environmental exposure, and create a virtual Walmart, create a virtual crossing walk with red lights and stop signs, and what I mean, like these different things that are not really all that safe. Yeah, exactly. I mean, let's do that shit, right?
I think, because that's important. And what I get so sad about is whenever parents look at the technology and they write it off. And I'm like, do you see, like, we could be using this so much. Don't be afraid of it. Learn it. I know it sucks not to know everything. Trust me. Oh God, I hate that part. But
people fear what they don't understand.
And they don't want to learn. And I understand how hard it is, but like, it's so good for you. And I like that it's been able to, keep me learning with my hands and stuff. I use, for my coordination with the gaming, sometimes my hands get tired, but I've been able to get my coordination up more from being able to press buttons and things like that. Things that, that I would have been doing in physical therapy with different things. But I do it when I game.
Well, I use it in therapy for my geriatric patients that have balance issues. I'll put them on one of those Wii balance boards.
Yeah.
And have them practice the soccer one where they have to catch the ball. They're the goalie. And I just put a gate belt on them. I put a walker next to them, and I kind of stand there next to them, and they learn to reach and do all these little things and step up, step down, and it measures their balance. It has like a balance sensor to see how much wonk you have in your balance, kind of deal. There's so much potential.
The Ring Fit is amazing also because you are running with it and it looks like a ring. I'd have to go away for a second, but it's just a ring, and you get to you use it like a gun, basically. Like you squeeze it together. It's like a tension, and you squeeze it together to shoot things in, because you're shooting enemies and stuff like that.
I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is.
It's on Nintendo. It's super fun.
Ring Fit.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I do. Ron, have you played it?
I haven't played it, but I've seen the commercials for it. And one thing I can say about Nintendo over Microsoft in PlayStation is the fact that they make games that is very much geared towards your health, and they make it more so where it's very interactive, very interactive. I think when my son had his 360, we had the Connect Sports. We did that. That was pretty cool. That was fun. It got everybody involved. And then we got the Connect Sports 2. It's still, same concept, but with Nintendo, they take theirs to a whole new level where it's like
Can I get mine?
Yeah.
I want to try it.
Go get it.
where it's literally your whole body is into it. Your whole body is into it. And
Yeah.
it's almost like you're actually having a full-fledged workout and having fun at the same time.
I'm telling you what, when my kids were very young, like when the Wii first came out, they were probably 3, 4, 5, and 6 or something, right? Very young. Maybe a little older, maybe 7. But I remember driving around looking for that goddamn Wii, and I drove every single, because I do home care. So between patients, I go to Walmart, I go to Target, I go to Best Buy, I go to all the places that had it every single day. And then I got lucky on, it was like 3 days before Christmas. I went to Best Buy again. I looked at the controllers, looked at the guy just standing there. I was like, well, buy the game for X. I got to buy this. I was trying to just do the numbers. Like, okay, still got that in the account. Cool. And then this young lady walked up. She goes, are you looking for a Wii console? I was like, no, I know you guys are out. And I'm just looking at the controllers, trying to figure out what games are. This is just, but are you looking for a Wii console, sir? I'm like, yeah. She goes, okay, we have one left. And I'm like, what? And like, that was such a hot thing. They wouldn't give it to you on the floor. They put it inside of a secured box, walked it up front, and then take it out until you got to the checkout. Over that shit.
Fuck.
And so they put it in a lockbox kind of thing up front and sat down. Then they opened it, and people are like, "Oh man,
you got to feel like you were in Pulp Fiction or some shit." Okay,
I know, man. It's cool. Like my wallet says "bad motherfucker,"
Yeah.
There it is. I want to see this thing.
I got my ring because it's really neat. Because it's so. Yeah. I honestly was impressed by it. So like, oh god, I think did I already like do something to it? I'm also really bad at this. I think I got the wrong controller. I did, whatever. So the controller goes into this thing right here. And then you have the other controller, the other Joy-Con goes into a leg wrap. So it can tell how, you're using your leg and stuff. And this is the tension. Like, oh my God, you're going to see how weak I am.
Let's see those muscles.
I'm so weak. I'm like 95 pounds and this is why I need this. Okay. So you okay, here. Oh,
there you go. Use the muscles.
The muscles. But
use the muscles, yes.
But you're like doing this and then like you're shooting, like you have to aim it and shoot it like your blast at the creatures and whatever. So and this is actually hard. I'm not that weak, but there's tension on it. I am kind of weak, but it's really neat.
It's awesome because, like I was telling Ron, like when I got that Wii U and brought it home, we did the golf, we did the bowling, but we did the Wii boxing.
Oh yeah.
And everyone was on the ground, like literally sweating.
Yes.
From fighting 3 rounds. I mean, I got to talk to my ex-wife. We got video of those little suckers way back when, and they're both fighting, and they're getting mad. And they start crying.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where we all the whole family sit around and take turns bowling, golf, archery, boxing, and then of course Mario Kart was like the best. But yeah, when the Wii came out, that changed the entire game. That I was like, okay, this is the shit, and it's still good to play.
Yes.
Fun. Ron, what do you like? Do you have any of the like a Nintendo?
I had the original Nintendo. However, when my basement flooded, it got into the system itself, along with 10 games I have for it. I know.
Mobile.
I had Tecmo Bowl. I had Duck Hunt. I had Mario World 3.
Super Mario World.
We
Yeah.
need an in memoriam thing going across the screen right now.
Man,
I'm weeping for you.
it hurt. It hurt because the story behind that one, I actually got that for Christmas when I was living in Colorado Springs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I always wanted one. And like, it was hard to come and get one. And so for Christmas one year, I got it. I'm like, dang, awesome. So I messed around and bought like the people in my area. Oh, they were charging an arm and a leg to get it repaired. They were charging an arm and a leg to get it repaired.
What's
and it's
nostalgia worth to you? You know,
I'm like, man, if
Dude,
I could find another one, yes. Oh, that was my game.
Give me Bo Jack against anybody, against the world. I'm good.
Right?
Yep.
Oh man. No, so what I have now, I have a PS4, I have a PS3, and my son, he has the Xbox One S or the X.
Yeah.
And he has a PS4. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's interesting. I used to, this is where I'm going to like walk myself into the river, but like I used to be a big PlayStation person and I really love PlayStation, but when it came to the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, we went with Series X for Game Pass, and I fucking love it. It's so much fun.
I agree. I agree.
I love it. Game Pass is amazing. And that actually ended up being kind of one of those, we call these discussions in our relationship because my husband has never yelled at me and I've never yelled at him. And I'm very proud of that. But we had to have a discussion about whether we were going to get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. And that was a really hard conversation.
That's a head bunter, huh?
That was, I think that was one of our biggest ones. And we went with the.
So who won? First of all, who won?
Well, I listened to my husband and he ended up being right.
Men for the win. All right.
Oh, fuck you. Okay.
We still got it in
one time. Okay.
We still got it in. It's all right.
I will admit when I'm wrong, but that I'm not just, you cut that out. But yes, he was right about Xbox. And I love it very much. So there is the PS5 game that I'm really excited about is Stray though. And I really would love to see how that plays. Because it's about a cat. It's cats. There's cats in the game. It's cats.
Who doesn't like cats?
I know. Why would you not want to play a cat video game? It's like, I think it's something about like post-humans and the cats have like a backpack on them or something. I don't know. I need to rewatch the trailer.
You're all about them cats, huh?
Yes, I want to play a kitty cat.
You got excited about that cat.
I've been waiting for this game since I saw it like on Kickstarter or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I love that. I'm just so excited.
Well, Carnage has a question. My kid's new favorite game is Rust. Any thoughts? You guys ever heard of Rust?
I've heard of it. I haven't played it.
I have not heard of it. I will look it up right now, though.
Rust.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
Well, here, I can bring it up. I'll share the screen. We'll look up Rust.
Let's learn together.
That's right. Of course, it's going to bring up Wikipedia. Rust. You know.
It's like, no.
It's a survival game. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll bring it up on the screen so we can all see what we're all talking about at the same time here. So, Rust. Facepunch.com. Survive, cooperate, and raid. View Rust on a stream. Let's check this shit out.
Oh, no, that's on Steam.
Oh, whoops. I read that wrong.
I think I think I know about this one.
Do you have Steam?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, then no.
What is Steam?
Steam is a website where you can download like different versions, like different, I don't know, template
Like-
format things
like
of the
mods?
games. Well, no, like it'll have PC, it'll have PS4 or Xbox, so you can find them whatever
Mhm.
way.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
monthly updates. It's available as 5 million copies. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is what it looks like. You're in some kind of a suit, big ass bear.
Oh, it looks kind of Fallout-y, and I love Fallout.
Yeah.
Hey.
Huh. Yeah.
Fallout, anybody? Anybody for Fallout?
Any takers?
Yeah.
Any takers?
Any
No.
takers?
But if you would have said Halo and or Gears, I'm there with you.
Oh man, no, I
What?
I can do Fallout. I can do Fallout, and that's it. I've never played
Wait a
any.
minute. How the world you gonna be an Xbox owner with the Game Pass and not pick up none of the Halos or the Gear series games?
Because I am scared of
Aliens?
OG games, of OG
Listen.
games that I know that there are people that have a whole fandom of it, and I don't want to go in there and be like, "Hey guys," like
My first
Listen.
time.
yeah, like
Listen.
I know what I am. I'm not going to go in there and get whatevered in an Xbox chat.
I thought it
So
was funny. Joe Rogan talked about that what's that other game called? Not Halo, something like it. Shit. I can't remember what it's called. But it's like this no, maybe. It's some kind of a monster's trying to kill you game. It's one of the Doom.
oh,
Doom.
Doom.
So they had a new Doom game come out, and Joe Rogan said, "I lost 3 months of my life." He's an addictive person, kind of like I am. When you go in, he goes all in. Like he picked up archery, then all of a sudden he's damn near good enough to be a pro archer. He picked up playing pool, and all of a sudden he's almost going to be like a semi-pro. He goes to pool tournaments every weekend. He becomes obsessive. He said if he plays Doom once, he's done for like months. And
I remember.
that's possible.
Yeah.
I remember like Halo coming out, and this was a time whenever. If you remember, I grew up in Appalachia, and it's like very much where the boys were able to play the game systems and the girls were not. So the guys would bring them to school in AV class, and I remember all the guys sitting around and playing Halo, and I wanted to try, but they were like, no. So there was a lot of gatekeeping at that time, and there still is, but I mean, that's why I think it's important that if you have a lady, like a girlfriend or a wife or something, and if she's interested, try to see if she gets into games, because it's a good thing to do with your wife or your spouse, your man, whoever.
Both my daughters play games because of their brothers, and they're like into all. Like my oldest daughter's at school, and she said the boys are talking about the new Black Ops, and she goes, "Oh, did you get to this level right here? You face this person." The guy's like,
Come
play
on.
Black Ops? She goes, "Yeah, and I'll smoke you one-on-one." Like she talks a little shit too in school, But both the girls play they're gamers, and like my oldest daughter can play Sims for a good long minute.
Layla is a Sims fanatic.
And spend money on Sims.
There you go.
I have to actually pay for the expansion packs, and I'm so pissed off about why I cannot get the pets for her. Do you know how hard it is to get the pets expansion pack for the PS4? It's very hard. Yes.
Oh, to earn it?
No, to find it. Like for me, like they had it available for a little bit, and then it was not available, and now I can't find it. So
they want you to incentivize your purchase to make it easier for you.
Wow.
Yeah, my daughter would text me, "Dad, is it okay if I spend $39.99 on something?" I'm like, "On what? Shoes? Like, what is this?"
Yeah.
And she's like, a Sims thing. I'm like, what?
I know. I bought like the regular Sims.
I was truly confused. I'm like,
Layla had to have the cottage core one.
Again, this is Greek to me. I have no idea.
I mean,
what any of this means. Damn kids. But they get you on that. It's just like when the iPhones and all these games came out with that battle royale, where you could build forts and raid each other. There were people spending hundreds of dollars on upgrades, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and I'm like, or people's kids would have their phone and they don't know, and they charge $1,000 worth of transactions in about, a day and a half, and just build themselves up to level 50 or some shit.
Yep.
They didn't have protections, and all of a sudden, you're down $1,200.
Terrifying. Yeah, we have a big
That's terrifying as well. Damn right.
we have a big rule about like on downloadable content, which is you have to ask your mother or your father, or your stepfather. And I haven't had any problems. We've done a lot of like trust with them, and then whenever they fuck up,
you teach them responsibility,
Yeah, then I'll decide then. And it's been interesting, and I kind of get a lot of flack for it, but I feel like I'm doing the right thing by
flack don't matter. Does it work for you?
Yeah, like, and the kids are happy. They want to hang out with their mom. Like, oh no, wait. Okay, like, my kids want to hang out with me, and when I'm sick, like, they don't mind. They can snuggle with me, and we can listen to the relaxing Animal Crossing music, and they can explain to me things. And so being a parent and being sick, I mean, gaming really has changed a lot of my life, and I want everyone to do it too. Like, and only if it's, enjoyable. I'm all about consent, but I really think that there's a lot of potential with these technologies.
Mahat, become the coach at your local sports league for your schools. For your
kids. I swear.
Or recruit someone that can.
Okay.
And get this in your school for your own kids, man. So by the time they get to high school, it'll be a varsity sport. There are colleges. I forgot to look that up. There are colleges that offer scholarships. Let me look that up real quick. Actually, I forgot about that. I did see that when I was looking about research about this shit. Scholarships.
I did talk about starting it up with in the elementary school, and I will not swear. I will take an oath not to swear for an hour or however long it is.
Yeah.
And because my friend is a teacher there, and he's the one with the Switch, and that's where my kids are going to be going to school. So we were talking about I could be the parent liaison or whatever, and he'd be the coach, and then help them out, and get other kids into gaming, because again, gaming is not always accessible. Not everybody has the money to get a game system.
Yeah, it actually is a privilege to for kids that have resources and parents that have resources. Some of these kids,
we got people that have fucking dirt floors here. We have dirt floor kids. Like, no, I couldn't even believe it.
That's some Sling Blade shit right there, man.
That's in Wayne County, where my husband teaches, and he's got kids that wash in a creek, and are those kids going to get to play in a game, like a video game? No.
Well, that's the thing. They could get it at school.
Yes, but if we had an esports thing, and then we could show them, and they could play, and maybe it could be a way out. I'm thinking, like, there we go. I see a scholarship issue.
Morris? Really?
31 game-sponsored esports programs.
Scholarships for women.
Scholarships, yep. Varsity sports, scholarships for women. That's right. Female gamers.
Wow.
This website, scholarships.com, lists esports.
Yeah.
I'm Robert Morris on there. That's HBCU.
Also,
HBCU right there. That's right.
There's also people that are in the community that will help sponsor you too. If you reach out to some people, and they like what you're selling or whatever. I don't know why I went like 1920s with that, but like the cut of your zip here. But I mean, there are a lot of opportunities in there, and I want people to see that athletics are amazing. And yes, I love what athletics teach, but some children and some people are not capable of doing athletics for one reason or another. So let's do this.
What I like about this too is esports is a co-ed sport sometimes too. So it's a
Mhm.
level playing field.
Yep.
It's all about here, up in your head and your hand-eye and your dedication to practice. Let's be real, man. My son kicks my ass because he practices and I don't. I'm like Michael Jordan. I just show up for the game. Practice. I'm
You
like
show
AI.
up.
I'm like AI. Practice. But yeah, like it. What someone told me that gaming revenues are about 40% upgrades. I haven't confirmed, but upgrades of the games. Oh yeah, the
For
package.
DLC,
Yeah. You buy the game for $60, but the DLCs are 20, 30, 40, $79. They make their money, you know. But hey, that's business, you know. Like it is what it is, unfortunately.
I'm excited to see how it goes, and I really hope that PlayStation does something like Game Pass.
Oh, I just want to show you guys this. If you're parents with kids in high school or going into high school, guys, there's lists of all these different colleges that offer different, like this $2,000 NYU Game Center EVO scholarship, University of California, University of Utah. All these are listed in this scholarships.com.
Yeah, and what I also like about esports is that whenever I was in high school, if you read my story that went on being chronically ill,
Mhm.
I pushed myself to the point of hurting myself really bad in my knees, and I wish that I could have been able to have a team without being hurt in real life forever.
Yeah, right.
So that's amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
And I'll show you guys something else. Just so you guys know, Mahat is actually a contributor now to the Trickle Up. If you look on the homepage, we have a new calendar, but this is her her writing, her article that she wrote on her own website. Let's go ahead and talk about your website.
It's what I write because people I pitch to different places, and sometimes what I pitch is not what the publisher is wanting right now, but I still think it's fucking good. Mm-hmm. So I publish on my own site.
Yep. So you guys go to Trickle Up. I have her article, the full article. I have just a little snippet of what I liked. I just took a little snippet. There's a link to her website with her other things she's written. And there's a picture of her game systems.
And my dog.
It's a fun little article too.
There's some Minecraft for you.
There you go.
There you go. Yep.
But yeah, so that's right here on the website. It has all of her writings. It's about her, her own personal story and all that fun stuff's in there, of course.
Oh, yeah. That's me.
All her different things, disability, pride, and gaming. Yeah, man, just all these great. She does, guys. You got to read this shit, man. First of all, and the people who lived. I didn't get to read this.
Yeah, I'm actually wanting to get more contributors. So if anybody's interested in contributing, reach out to me on Twitter, because I had to take off my contact thing on my thing because I started getting like some weird people commenting like in there, and I was like, okay, I don't want to be contacted anymore. But I like to have the people who lived, so people who have also been through struggles. I like to publish poetry, narrative. If you have anything, I think that there are so many writers out there that don't know they're writers because they just haven't been told they are.
Wait, what happened here?
Where did he go? Oh,
Ron dipped on me. There he is.
Hey,
he's back.
No, I didn't dip on you, sir. I didn't dip on you. I just plugged in my camera and it kicked me out.
Fair enough. So this is Ron.
Oh, there you are. Hey, man.
There you go.
But I think that the fact that you're writing about it shows your passion. We got an echo. Here, I'm gonna mute you, Ron. I think that's you. Wait, nope.
Is it me?
That's Mahat.
Oh.
I'll just mute you, and when you want to talk, just unmute yourself, I guess, so it doesn't get the echo. But yeah, so I think that the fact that you have a passion for this and it's authentic and it's not like you're being prompted to do this content, you're saying, this matters to me. You have a personal story, and I think people should know more about it. And again, they have people that are gamers on here that want to write about it. They could reach out to you. I'll promote on the Trickle Up as well, of course. And yeah, I think it's a great topic, man. I really wish I would love to do a deeper dive, honestly, like more or revisit this again.
I would love to. I am actually working on another piece of what I think that technology could be doing for seeing switches and the Wii Fits in like the elderly homes. I have somebody who did their dissertation on this, and so there are so many different ways that we can look at gaming. We can look at things through the gaming lens, and I like to do that.
That gives me an idea, Mahat. I do physical therapy.
Yes, exactly. Like because of that, like what I would do with the Ring Fit poorly. But I mean, it shows you even how high you're putting up your leg, and it's amazing.
Well, how about this? There's a local college here called Andrews University in Berrien Springs, Michigan, where my girlfriend teaches, that has a PhD doctorate program for physical therapy. So these are college-age kids graduating in physical therapy. And I'm going to ask if there's anybody that has made that connection with gaming. Are they using gaming in therapy? And maybe they wrote a dissertation or you know what I mean? Go ahead, Ron.
No, I would say that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Do that because
I'll circle
again,
back with it.
I would love to help out too, dog. I mean, that is what I'm talking about. This is exactly like with the with rehabilitation, yes, and even with verbal rehabilitation with strokes. I mean, when you have an aneurysm and a stroke, it can do different things.
I might even talk to a speech therapist too about like strokes with word finding difficulties, and it's called aphasia. There's global aphasia, which means you can't input and output doesn't work. Then there's expressive aphasia, which means you can't say the words, but you can think it. You can write that shit down. You can point it on a storyboard, but you can't say it. It's expressive aphasia. And aphasia means difficulty speaking. Then is it expressive and I can't remember the other term, damn it. I'm not a speech therapist, but there's another term for they can't understand what you're saying, but if you write it down, but their audible part of it, the interpretation, the input to the ear, to the brain has got a problem in this that affected in the stroke, right? But they understand if you write it, I think there's a speech therapy thing too we could do. Like I'm really fascinated by this shit, first of all. So just because it's part of my work, but I don't get to do it in my job, right? But
you should do this.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Andrews and Western University of speech programs, occupational therapy programs, and the PT programs are local. So I might have to put that on my list of things to do on my whiteboard up there.
I'll help. I can help contact. And I mean, if I'm working with Trickle Up and I'm a reporter, which I did train in. So.
I like the way how she thinks. I like the way how she thinks.
I mean, I was a producer, so.
But I think we could all contact local colleges. It's not like there's only one college in Michigan, like, and you're in West Virginia, they have colleges, I
got Marshall right up here, and WVU. We did the Volkswagen thing, so.
Oh, WVU. Actually, you know what? I have a special place for West Virginia because of their college football team, because they gave it to who was it? Mike Vick, man. When Mike Vick was in college at Virginia Tech, that's a major rivalry for West Virginia football. And West Virginia has always had very, very talented run and gun kind of quarterbacks, the option quarterbacking. I can't remember, something White. His last name was White, man. He was really good. Pat White, man. He was nasty.
Yes, he was.
He was nasty. They had a string of quarterbacks like Denard Robinson type people at West Virginia just killing it. And then they had Mike Vick. Sorry. That's the greatest that's ever played the game as far. I still think Mike Vick's the greatest football player of all freaking time, next to Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson, number one. Bo Jackson would have ate his lunch. But Mike Vick is a freak of an athlete for his size, man. Fucking arm. He had a gun, and he could run like his pants is on fire.
Okay, but if you're gonna talk about really good running backs, though, you are gonna talk about Randy fucking Moss, right?
The wide receiver, yes.
Yes.
From West Virginia, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Wide receiver.
He played on the same. He played on the same team with
Chad Pennington.
Chad Pennington. Somebody else though. That was at Marshall. He went to Marshall. I'm talking about high school. He played travel basketball with Jason Williams or Jason White Chocolate. Jason Williamson.
Yeah. Did you watch his 30-30?
Yes.
Yes.
Like
so Randy, goddamn, I love Randy Moss.
Randy Johnson's a West Virginia country boy, man. He ain't no fucking joke.
Randy Moss is like, he is ridiculous.
Yes,
he sounds so country too. But you know that you're that shit whenever you are in an Outkast song. So if nobody ever mentions, anytime there's any football mentioning, I'm always like, but you do know Randy Moss.
Checkmate.
I'm like, because that's just, I remember that time, man. Like,
imagine being at Division II and you're at Marshall, and you're playing against Marshall, and they have Chad Pennington, who was an NFL caliber quarterback, and Randy fucking Moss, man. And you're some 5'10" kid from small town Michigan like myself, playing against Randy fucking Moss in Division II, getting your lunch money stolen every single snap.
He can do so much.
That dude's a freak. But he was just as good at basketball.
He's good at everything.
He actually had D1 scholarships for basketball. But he had a D1 scholarship. He got in some trouble. And I bumped him down to D2. Which is, it's part of life, But I was a huge fan of West Virginia football because they had such diverse skill sets of their quarterbacks. I like their offense. I'm a big football junkie, man. And plus my best friend in the Navy, his name is David Kuhn. Koon, Kuhn, of all fucking names, man. I was like, really? That's your fucking name? And he's like, yep. And this dude never seen a black person until he was 12.
Yeah.
At Walmart.
That's same. I mean, I never saw a black person until I hit high school.
What the hell? Okay.
He's like, what the fuck?
I just saw your DM. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. You a baddie. I get it. All right. Holy shit. That is incredible. But I'll just leave that alone. But yeah, when you have people that have not experienced the actual world, like Dave, he was in a mountain, man. They're coal miners. None of the kids in the family are allowed to go to town to the 12. So they had to go buy their own gun for hunting, pretty much. They get their hunting license. So his dad took him in the truck, went to Walmart, get his first shotgun and his hunting license shit, come back, go hunting. And he went to Walmart and he's like, Daddy, is that a black person? And he's like, yep. And that was that. It's just like, oh, okay. Yeah. And it's his first time interacting with someone outside of his own clan, I guess you'd say. And then he comes in the Navy and he showed up to our ship, man. And he's a redheaded sucker with a crazy hair and I said, what's your name? He's like, David Kuhn. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to call you Coon Doggy Dog. How about that? And he's like, what's that? I'm like, Snoop Doggy Dog. You're Coon Doggy Dog. He's like, what? I was like, come here, man. I want to play you a little album. I started playing that shit. He's like, all right, I like that. He never heard of that shit. But he almost got my ass kicked once too, for real. I about got my ass kicked.
I'm sure.
So I was the E5 on the ship, and he was an E4, but he wasn't all that motivated sometimes. And we just pulled into port. We'd been deployed for like 3 months. We pull in, we have to take out the trash because all the trash is sitting on the side of the ship. You got to take it off and throw it away.
That's the worst.
And instead of me picking up the trash, I'm in charge of all the motherfuckers picking up trash. I made rank. So I was like, all right, Kuhn, Burley, and whatever the hell your name. You guys are on the trash detail. You guys do the fucking cleaning. You do the painting. You do sweeping. Blah, blah, blah. Boom. Let's ready, set, break, go. Well, it was so much trash. Let me go help. So I went down there. I started grabbing a bag and hauling that shit out there. And we had to cross another ship's deck. It was a big ship. So we had to go up the plank over there, flight deck, and down a plank to the thing. And Dave was dragging his ass.
You had to go like a bridge from a ship to another ship?
Yes, it's called a plank, a gangway.
You
Whatever
had
it's
to
called.
walk the plank?
We had rails. It had
It
rails.
had rails, though.
Yes, it had.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck do they do in the
Okay.
military? Okay.
That's going to be a clip. Let me tell you that right now on TikTok.
Well,
You can walk the plank.
What? They made
You
walk
zoomed in on that shit. Well, I
I
love it. But yeah, so we had to walk
man.
across the flight deck of another ship. And here comes Dave just dragging his ass. I said, move your ass, coon. And they're like, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Dave, get your ass over here. He comes around and he's like, what's up, man? I said, move your ass. Dave. All right, guys, my bad. I know that sounds fucked up. Read his name. His name's Koon, Koon. I'm going to call him Dave.
Yeah. Yes.
Fucking move your ass. Come on, man. And they're like, yo, that was fucked up. I'm like, my bad, guys. It's his name. And in the military, you call everyone by their last name.
Oh man.
And I was like, as soon as I said, I'm like, I know that sounds real fucked up.
You were like, oh no. Yeah.
You know, you go
when
to a
were
party and
"I'm
they
gonna
stop the
call it
record?
this," I was like, this is gonna
It's
go
like,
great.
it's like they stopped the record. And everybody said, and
Yep.
I was like, time out. Don't hit me quite yet. But yeah, that motherfucker about got my ass kicked, man.
Oh, I think I got a
was
6
ready.
right now.
I'm telling you what, I was ready to start juking people because I knew it was coming. I'd be like, let me explain. His name is David Coon. You know, like it was really fucked up, man. But yeah, he was country as shit. But then next thing you know, he loved Snoop. He loved Dre. He never been exposed to it at all. At all. He never heard of Snoop Dogg. What the fuck? You know, you're 18. You don't know who Snoop Dogg is in 1995? I mean, really? He barely had little ponytails. They didn't grow up that yet. You know, he had little dog ears back then, you know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your friend, and I was like, he had ponytails too. Who the fuck is this guy?
Just Snoopy, man. Snoopy had little bitty braids at first. They
I was thinking of like a redheaded white boy
not
with
like
ponytails.
not like Pippi Longstockings or
and
something.
I was like, who is your friend?
Yeah, not in the military. They didn't allow that shit. But yeah, it's just crazy. I met him who he's never met a black person. I was like, wow, that is fucking incredible, man. Like that is so unbelievable in America. You know, because I went to school. I was the only white kid in my elementary school in Benton Harbor, Michigan, where I was the only white kid. And I'm like the leprechaun, you know.
I think there were 3 black people in my high school of 4,000.
Whoa.
Really?
1,000.
3?
Yeah, it's West Virginia, so
Fuck. Even Ron's like 3?
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
less
and
than
you
a
know what
tenth of a
happened?
percent.
Around 2001, whenever 9/11 happened, they were like having to do like this. They did this thing because there was a bunch of like racist stuff happening to all the black and brown people, which there were literally, I think, 5 of us. And so then they put us all in a room and would make us go into these like sessions and would be like, how are you feeling about it? And we just felt like we were in a sitting duck room, you know, because there were only 5 of us.
They corralled all 5 of you together.
Yeah. And they called it like the cultural club, but it was really, really like it was. I love Ronald. You're like, what the fuck? It's awesome here, man.
Of course, it was called a cultural club.
It was the cultural club.
Who formed it? Not fucking us, you know. Like, really?
And they were like, oh, isn't it great to be with your friends? And we were like, we were all friends anyway because we had no fucking choice. We're like,
And just because you're black or brown doesn't make you friends either.
oh, we did here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
you had
Ron,
to.
that's it.
well, it's survival at that point, but
Facts.
like, it's crazy.
Oh
that's
man,
crazy.
yeah. Jeez.
Where'd
3.
you grow up, Ronald?
I grew up in Grand Rapids, the southeast side of Grand Rapids. And
Oh, but okay.
for some people, they're like, okay. For other people, it's like, nah, it ain't okay. Because depending on the season, either you had to run downstairs to the most bottomest floor because people were firing their guns during the middle of the night, and at any point in time, that bullet could come crashing through the roof at any point in given time. Let alone that being stuck in the middle between two street gangs, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. That's the hood on the south side of the GR, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a big town. It's a big city, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Easy. That's
Mhm.
yeah. I just knew that there's like in Michigan. I know there's like an Indian community too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Oh,
That's right.
I'm like, yeah, there's a bunch of Indians up there. So I'm like, oh, I think that's gonna be one of my trips I take before I go to India. I'm gonna like try to, kind of get used to India.
Wait a minute. No. Native population, not Indians from India.
No, there's natives there.
It's Pokagon, yeah, the Potawatomi tribes are here, not Indian from India.
Oh, because in Michigan, there's a lot of in another part of Michigan. There's like a big.
That's Dearborn.
Okay.
And Detroit, like the north side of Detroit, is a large Muslim community and Indian community, and
I need to
Middle
look
Eastern.
at Michigan.
Yeah, Middle Eastern communities in Dearborn and so like Dearborn, Michigan is the largest Muslim population in the country, like density wise, not the largest number, but the largest density. So pretty much you go to Dearborn, it's like 95% halal and all that stuff that's like Muslim specific.
Okay.
Yeah, and like everything's a mosque, and it's all about the Muslim faith in that one suburb, I guess you call it. So you consider it a suburb, Ron? Like it's a suburb of Detroit, right? Dearborn?
Yeah. It's just like
neighborhood.
What's the other one? What is it?
We got Pontiac. You got but that's a separate city though.
It's a separate city. No, it's Dearborn, Inkster. That's the outskirts of Detroit. Southfield. That's another outskirts of Detroit.
Yeah, like a not a subdivision, but we got like a suburb. Like a suburb. There you go. This is the word.
Yeah,
like in New York, you got Queens. In Chicago, you got fucking whatever that's called. I don't know, man.
South side, west side.
Well, that's a whole side of the track. There's north of Cicero and south of Cicero. Then there's like Old Irving Park. Then there's like Hyde Park area and stuff like that in Chicago. So it's these little clusters. But yeah, that the east side of the state has more diversity. Period. That's where you're gonna find people from India and the Middle East.
Okay.
And black people. Period. In Detroit, this side of the state where me and Ron are at, not so much.
Nah.
No, there's Benton Harbor. There's Kalamazoo.
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 It's a real city. I graduated from the high school. Yeah.
What is it called? Kalamazoo High?
Kalamazoo Central.
Kalamazoo Central. The
Home
Maroon
of Derek
Giants.
Jeter.
Yep.
And Jennings for the Packers.
Greg Jennings. Jennings.
Athletes went there. Yep. It's a pretty big school.
Wow.
It's a big school.
Oh, yeah.
There's Kalamazoo Central. There's Kalamazoo North, right? Or no? Lori Norks.
It's Lloyd Norks. Yep. Lloyd
I
Norks.
want a Kalamazoo shirt. That sounds so fun.
That's the only city in the country that doesn't have another city named after it in the country.
Oh, I wonder why. I want a Kalamazoo shirt. I found one.
Well, that's easy. That could be arranged.
Literally.
That's like half an hour north of him and about a 30, 40-minute drive from me. Dude, did you go to the art fair in Three Rivers?
Oh, was that this weekend?
Yeah.
No.
Because I went to Kalamazoo with my girlfriend. They had the Black Cultural Arts Festival in Kalamazoo. Me and my girlfriend went there.
Yes.
And Three Rivers, they had an arts festival down there too. My boy, Mike De La Rosa, my buddy from Hartford, he's a Mexican dude that's an artist, man. And he does oil paintings. He did one of George Floyd with a glass of something, some kind of alcoholic beverage. And yeah, he did an oil painting of that shit for the Black Cultural Arts Fair. That was pretty cool, man. But yeah, I love the art. It's a lot of good times, man. I love it. Plus, my youngest son's a painter as well. What's that?
I said I missed the Black Arts Festival. I used to go there as a kid. It's just you really want to experience Black culture, especially in Michigan, Kalamazoo, the Black Arts Festival. Yes, you got people from all over. They just come there and set up shop, whether it's clothing, whether it's food, jewelry,
dance and music, man. Hell yeah.
Yes. Music.
Yeah. We were there for about 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon. They had dancing going on and stuff, and checked out some local artwork and some food. Can't go wrong there. I just love any kind of cultural festivities. I'm there.
Yeah.
You know, my white ass is there.
I'm looking up how long of a trip it is to get to Kalamazoo right now.
Well, from you it's probably about 10 hours.
No! Hold on a second.
Because New York City from here is about 12 hours. I just drove it 2 weeks ago. I drove 12 hours in New York City.
Did you drive in the city too?
Yeah, all the way down to the New Yorker.
Oh my God.
I don't
You
fucking
are a
play. I ain't
brave
scared
man.
of shit, man. I'll drive. I don't care. It's a car. What are they going to do? Dent me?
Okay, what is this?
Right.
Oh no, it's. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
Well, the highs and lows of this live stream, I'll tell you.
Yeah. It's 6 hours and 47 minutes.
It's only 6. Okay, 7-ish. Okay.
Yeah, so I usually give myself like an hour to get lost.
Google Maps?
I still get lost.
No.
Okay, the map things get you lost sometimes. I'm not the only person where the thing reroutes it sometimes, and then it's like, or there's road work.
That's happened to me on 2 different occasions where Google Maps, as I'm in the middle of I'm driving, it will be like rerouting. I'm like, why are you rerouting now?
So I always schedule in time. I schedule in fuck up time, sir.
Yeah. Sir.
Sir.
That's my girlfriend says to me all the damn time. She goes, sir? Like when I say something really fucked up, she'll go, sir? I'm like, ma'am?
Yeah, if I get a ma'am back, I know I'm like, oh.
Gulp.
No, I said something to Greg, or he was like, well, it didn't require your eye roll. And I was like,
whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I did my like,
pull those bangs down over your eyes next time. Zyke.
That's what I do.
But yeah, I think it'd be really cool to have more schools with more opportunities like this for kids around the country. And think about this. You could be in Kalamazoo, Michigan, playing a sport against West Virginia's high school. You know what I mean? Like that could literally happen.
Get a shirt.
And then you get a shirt. Yes.
There you go. You get a shirt.
You got to kill 12 children on a game to get a shirt.
I will do that.
Sounds
on
reasonable.
A game. On a game. Sounds worth it to me.
Okay, that's not going to be a clip. I'm sorry. I should edit
No,
that.
it was the game, though. But,
so,
yeah.
No, that's going to sound terrible. As
yeah,
a clip.
please
like,
don't.
You heard what this boy said? This is all jacked up. Like, man.
I'll tell you what. Well, just so you know, Mahat, me and Ron are considering running for state legislature in Michigan in 2022 or 2024, depending on how the maps are drawn and shit.
Okay. Well, you know, I did campaign managing, so.
What's that?
I just got out. Man, why does this always happen to me? I did campaign managing for candidates, so I'm good at looking at demographics and looking at your different things. So whenever those lines are drawn,
I have Mahat Mama on my team.
There you go.
I can be a little bit of a guide for some things. So
sweet. So I'm going to give myself a list to do. One, reach out to colleges for a panel.
2,
on rehab with PT, OT, speech. There's another thing called recreational rehab that's kind of being phased out because insurance won't pay for it no more. But they used to have like recreational rehab when I first started. Actually, my first job was in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
There you go.
At Borges Hospital.
Yep.
Rode my motorcycle there for 50 damn minutes. I had a tan like a motherfucker that summer.
a farmer's tan. That's not a tan. That's a farmer's tan.
I also took my shirt off.
Did you take your shirt off when you were riding?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
I was like,
Remember, he
I'm
lives
not-
in Michigan.
I'm not an absolute hillbilly. I have hillbilly tendencies. No, I for real got a farmer's tan right now, man. Look at that shit.
it looks good. You look like you're from West Virginia. I like it.
Like
Makes me feel home.
my work shirts, I got to wear polos, so my arms in the damn window, and I don't have time to go to the lake like I used to. Like when I first moved here, I had a floaty. I'd get home from work, and I didn't have a YouTube channel, nothing to do. I go down to the lake, set an alarm on my phone for an hour, play music for an hour, it'd turn on an alarm, it'd wake my ass up or remind me to flip my ass over, type of thing, right? I just go lay down my floaty and just chill in the water and get cooked. And I got super duper dark. And even my kids said I was a milk dud because my head is all shiny and brown, and because I'd sweat and get all shiny.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
they said, "Dad, your head's shiny." I was like,
Shiny head.
Yep.
Oh man, a milk dud. That's funny.
They call me Milk Dud. I wonder if I could find that picture. I'll show you guys. I'm actually surprised. Like, damn, okay, that was a little dark. Yeah, it was a little tan there for me. But yeah, my daughter was in a Miss St. Joe thingamajiggy years ago, and that's when she had that done. And it's pretty easy to find. It's before I grew my beard, so that's before that. Just so you know, Mahat, I had a hella beard for a minute,
Did you look like a biker?
like down to here beard.
Yeah,
Ask Ron, he saw it.
Man.
I like it. I'm friends with a lot of big, burly, bearded men that make booze and chop wood. So I feel very safe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can
I
find it.
make friends with a lot of people that are bigger than me because I'm so tiny.
That's the secret sauce right there.
There
When
you
you're
go.
95 pounds and you're 5'3", you need to have strong people behind you.
There you
That's
go.
right.
There you go.
You don't gotta be tough. You just have tough friends. That's what I say.
Yep.
Where the hell?
Agreed.
That's how it
Definitely.
be. No, that was one of the lessons that because we watched the second Deadpool with our children because, again, I said that we are a strange family. We're like the Addams family kind of family. And whenever Layla was like, oh, it was like Russell, how like you make friends with the big people. You don't fight them. And I was like, yes, Layla, that's the lesson of Deadpool.
That's definitely a lesson.
Yeah, Deadpool is a family movie.
Oh my god. That is one of my biggest failures as a parent, I must say. I took all four of my kids to see Deadpool and they were like 10, 11, 12.
It's a good movie.
He got pegged.
Yeah.
Pegged.
It's consensual, right?
And it wasn't for me. I'm like, ah. My kids are like, huh? I'm like,
Oh,
nah.
I just don't get it. What does that mean? It's adult stuff. We'll learn later.
What, my daughter's like, why was he bent over? I was like, I don't know. He's like, nope. I'm like, why? Don't do that, dude. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I didn't have the kids watch the first one, but I did have them watch the second one because I thought it was really cute with Russell.
I didn't know it was that. I thought, okay, Marvel, DC, whatever, right? I don't know the difference. But yes, we go do that, and I walk into the theater, and this is the first time ever at this theater. We've been there a bunch of times. I'm the movie dad, right? So I go there, we go to check in. He's like, you're staying for the movie, right? I'm like, yeah, why? He goes, it's rated R. I'm like, yeah, they've done rated R. He goes, no, but this is like, like rated R. I'm like, yeah, they've seen rated R. He goes, but you can't leave them here. What's that?
Did you read the comics?
No.
So you didn't know like Deadpool's actual.
I knew nothing.
Gotcha.
And so I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden he goes, the very first scene is like this real slow motion music, and he goes, you think this is another fucking cookie cutter movie? Wrong, bitches. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Deadpool is a pansexual freak, and I love him.
I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And in an instant, I'm like,
While you realize it,
buckle up.
That moment, he knew it finally clicked.
Buckle up, man. I was like, shit, man, what have I done? Then, of course, the kids are like, they go to their mom. Hey, we got to see Deadpool. You did what? I was like, yeah. They're like, you knew it was bad. Why didn't you leave? I was like, I thought the worst part was over, but it just kept getting worse. I'm like, and then just like, I'm already in. They can't unsee it, and I've already paid for.
And you already fucking paid for it.
You're damn right, I ain't leaving.
Yeah, if we paid for a movie, we aren't leaving unless they're being an asshole. Like,
the only movie I wanted to walk out on was American Psycho. That movie fucked me up. I was like, what is this garbage? Where the hell is this stupid picture of this kid? Good Lord, how long ago was it? Man, I don't know. It's been a while. But yeah, my daughter, man, she did this little beauty contest. She looks so nice, an adult. I was like, who the fuck is this kid? That is not my child, you know. When they get older. Yeah, but anyway, who fucking cares? Whatever. You guys know what a tan head looks like, for crying out loud.
I know what a milk dud looks like.
We're waiting for Gamer Guy to come out next. Ryan Reynolds in a Gamer Guy? What's that? What's Gamer Guy?
I don't know.
Am I out of the loop on this one there, Serpent?
I might be out of the loop. I mean,
I don't watch TV.
I have no idea. I don't have, yeah.
Hey, DJ Elf.
DJ Elf's in the house again. What up?
What up, what up?
But yeah, so I'm gonna work on my list, man. I'll reach it back out to you guys, and I definitely want to get a therapist on here to talk about how maybe there's someone in there that might have done a thesis on this shit, man, or dissertation on using game systems for rehab.
yes.
That could be fun. That'd be a really interesting concept too, for them to explain how it neurologically affects stroke victims or traumatic brain injuries or geriatric patients that are losing their balance or whatever, you know, rehab in general. That'd be a really cool discussion.
Yes, and it's wonderful. I mean, man, I think it's got a great place that it could go. And if you need me, I'm here. So let me in on it. I can do any interviews you want. So I can conduct an interview and write something. Also, I got Premiere now. So
Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
Man, I got a guy that hooked me up. His name is Spider Bang.
Did you get it for free?
No. This guy is a volunteer that's part of the Yang Gang for the last couple of years. He makes some. Oh, okay. I'm gonna share. Okay, I gotta share one thing. Then we're gonna quit. But I gotta show you guys this one video he did. That's actually pretty fucking funny. So he's editing our live stream from from last Thursday. And where is it at? Poop. There it is. So, okay, let me bring this up.
DJ Elf. Oh, I need to be friends with this person.
Yeah, he's a New Yorker.
I've been fighting with Adobe for and I hate the subscription thing. They're so crappy about everything.
It sucks. Yeah, it sucks.
Why can't I just never own it? And then
you used to be able to buy it for like $300. Then they're like, nope, $35 to $50 a month.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's great.
That sucks. Yeah. I want to show you guys this funny. Oh, fucker, come back. Sorry, not cussing at you guys. I swear.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Spider-Man made this little blooper clip during this live stream, just in between topics. It's kind of funny. I want to play this for you guys, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta think like the video editor.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Fuck the video editors. We're the fucking content people. But we're like, we just want to be like, yo, keep the ball rolling.
Keep on rolling, baby.
Oh my God. Speaking of Limp Bizkit, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh no, Bruce, voice is gone, but it was worth it.
That was worth it. That was hilarious.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had a little glitch in my connection thingy. So he just made that up. He goes, I made a little funny clip too, and I was like, oh, You do shit I can't do. I love you now. You're my best friend. You know, but he does it all for free. This guy is disabled as well. He can't go out and come to events like I do, like travel. He can't do all that stuff. So he's like, I just want to help any way I can. I was like, bro, hell yeah. And I was like, and once we start making money on this fucking adventure, you're one of the people I pay flat out for your services, you know?
Mhm.
And he's like, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm like, that's okay. Neither am I. But eventually this will make money and we will do good things and help good people. And that's the whole point, man, is to help people like that. I got a job. I'm the last one to get paid because I don't need it. I got a job. I'm lucky. You know, I'm privileged to not get laid off for a year and a half during COVID. I actually worked overtime because it's healthcare.
You worked very hard for that, and we appreciate and applaud you.
Wait. Yo, you heard of Frank Analysis and Slow News Day? They are big YouTubers. No, I never heard of that. Chilling on Yellow Brick Road. I've been trying to get us to do a crossover series.
Serpent needs to
I don't know what that is at
reach
all.
out to me. I also need to get my YouTube fixed up so then I can have my stuff from my Twitch go to my YouTube whenever
Yeah, you can download it and upload it there. Mhm.
Yeah.
I can help you set that up. That's easy.
I
Yeah.
have it set up. I'm just a big weirdo because whenever I stream, you know, I'm bad because I'm not a good gamer. I'm just playing for fun. And then I'm just like spazzing out the whole time. But people like that. So
Yes.
Yes, they
Even
do.
bad gaming gets views. Trust me.
yeah,
Facts.
I'm just like, oh, I ran off the wall and I died. Pretty much.
They don't care. They'll love it.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
technically, he said you can go to Streamcast and stream it to Twitch and YouTube at the same time as well.
Oh.
Like you can do that here. Like right now, I'm streaming on Twitch. Right now,
Oh, you're doing it on Twitch right now?
it's on
Mhm.
Twitch, Periscope, my YouTube channel, and the Trickle Ups YouTube channel, and my Facebook page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places at once right now. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so you know but that's a paid service, you know, just like Adobe.
Oh no.
Adobe want his head.
Adobe, yeah. Damn.
You're pissing me off. Sorry,
Adobe.
Look at his grumpy face.
about to be seething with anger. But yeah, let's go ahead and call it. It's 11 o'clock, but I do got a little thing to do, and we will hook it up, and I will touch base. And it's I'm really looking forward to this topic about rehab and gaming, because it's applicable. And I
Yes.
really want to look at autism effects for it too. I'll talk to my girlfriend about the company that they did the beta testing for too. Find out what that's all about for the autistic teaching as well. But yeah, I just want to say thank you both for joining me, Mahat and Ron, in the house. Yeah, so yeah, we got a bunch of people commenting saying, man, I can't keep up with everything over there. But yeah, guys, we'll do it again. I'll be making some clips. I'll clip this down, make it a little more consumable for people later on. And I'll be tagging you guys, no problem, on Twitter.
Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah.
love. And Ronald, if you're wherever you are, follow me so we can keep in touch and all that jazz. So
I will find you.
Oh,
okay. Sounds,
it's
sounds
Mahat
good.
_ Mama.
Oh, you know what? Let me just click on my other screen real
There
quick.
you go. It's
Gotcha.
that easy.
Okay, sweet. And then I'll follow right back.
There you go.
Nice.
That's easier that way. I have these things ready to go just in case. Also, guys, hit me up whenever, bitches. There's my number.
Already have it.
Yeah. I dox myself on the regular. I don't care. I ain't worth shit. What are you gonna do for me? Take my one TV. I got it for $140 at Best Buy, bitches. Get your own. Oh man. But anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for joining me, man.
Oh, no,
we'll do
we're
it
losing
again.
him again.
No, you're losing me? Uh-oh, is it bad? Fuck.
I don't know, but I just followed Mahat.
Bueno.
Mm-hmm.
We're good? Okay, I think we're starting to lag or something, but
Yay! I'm gonna find you
Yeah.
and
fuck
Sweet.
yeah. All right, guys.
Go.
Thanks again, man. Take it easy.
Peace.
bye.
Go read a book, guys.